G'day. Now, another way to breach an abode, if there's no other option, is the ultimate extreme, the roof tiles. So there you see a door, and there you see the roof tiles. It's pretty clear that if you go to the apex of the roof, that you'll be somewhere within the vicinity of the inside of that structure. Note that the only time you breach a property through the roof tiles is if nobody else can see you do it. So you'll only need to take about 16 roof tiles off. It's not as much as you think. You don't need to retile the roof, untile the roof. So this is going to be more of a lecture than me demonstrating, because I'm not actually going to go up there and take the roof tiles off. It's a desperate measure, and it can be dangerous. You don't know what's inside the roof. You could fall through. So it's only a measure to take when it's an absolute must. Again, it's not as hard as you think. Most roof tiles will come off, even if nailed, because just of the nature of roof tiles, they can't be nailed on or fixed on so tight that you can't rip it off with your hands, or at least a grip. You probably want to put something up around your hands or wear gloves, which you should carry in your essentials, with your belongings in your urban survival pack. And that way you don't cut yourself, and then you rip the tiles off. There are some brand new mansions with really good tiles that are hard to come off, but they're very rare, and you're not looking to live in luxury, you're looking to survive, and it's seldom is it going to be that you try and get into a mansion. But the point is, once maximum 16 roof tiles come off, 20 if they're very small, you've got a square to work with. All you've got to do is enter the roof cavity. You've got several options. You can just go straight through the ceiling. You can punch a hole through the ceiling and you're in like Flynn. Or you can try find a manhole somewhere you can get through and enter the property that way. In any case, you're going to get through, because 99% of residential abodes, if not more, 99.8 or 99.9, have a gyprock ceiling, and gyprock ceilings are piss easy to get through. They're very, very easy to penetrate. You could just stand. A 20 or 30 kilo person could probably stand in one section and fall straight through. It's that easy to get through a roof. Again, it's a desperate measure. It's if you desperately need the place. And you've also got to take into account nearby people. Are they watching? I mean, is it going to be one of those things where somebody looks past and goes, "Oh, look, there's a bloke taking roof tiles off"? You may even get away with that, because again, if you watch the first video in this series, you've got to enter the mentality of a passerby. If you're on the roof, you're just another bloke on a roof, or a woman if you're a woman in this situation and taking my course. You're just another person on the roof. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Yeah, are you breaking in there? Are you this? Are you that? They're not going to care unless they're a neighbour and know who lives there and there's a lot more information. So these things you take into account. Furthermore, you want to try and do it where nobody can see. So usually at the in the very corner of the inside of the L-shaped part at the back, where the only person that could possibly see it is a backyard neighbour. Hopefully there's trees blocking that view and so forth. So you've got to choose a good part of the roof where nobody can see. But then again, even if you must, you're going to be quick about it. Are people going to go, "Oh, look, there's a person on the fucking roof. You must be breaking in"? Probably not. But don't risk that. I'm just highlighting my point. It's not as bad as you think if it's a really, really bad situation and you must get inside a place. Keeping in mind, it may not even be homelessness. It could be a really bad situation in the world where societies crumble, and etc. War is paramount, and you must get to a safe place with family members. there could be many scenarios where you must enter a property by any means. And the roof tiles is always a guarantee in a residential setting. Very rarely is it that you can't get through. I would probably say 100% of the time, because even in mansion roofs and many roofs with brand new roof tiles and state-of-the-art installations, you can still rip them off. It's very hard not to rip them off unless you're an idiot. And we're talking about roof tiles here. We're not talking about corrugated iron or particular ColourBond brand, the new ColourBond technology being installed on roofs. None of that, because you're not going to go up there with a pneumatic drill, or not pneumatic drill, with all those special drills and take them off and throw sheets around. It's not like that. This is strictly for roof tiles, this one. Look, you can still go through those sorts of roofs, but you're going to need a lot of tools. You could take some roof sheets off with your Leatherman if you just twist them off. You'll be lucky to do that. So you could still take a sheet off or two and get through the roof that way, but it's very rare. And remember, all this is advice to be taken out on an abandoned place. I'm not telling you to go into someone's house and use this. It's not to be used that way. So I'm sure I've reiterated that numerous times in this course, that none of this knowledge is to be abused. This is just purely for urban survival. So again, you're in a very shit situation in the world. There's a lot of chaos. It may not be homelessness, it could be war, and you've got to get inside a place. You don't have to go through the door. That's absolute crap. The door is there as not a common courtesy, but as a formality. People enter places through the door because the door swings open. But a door is not the only way to get into something. Remember, we're working with space here. Space is my domain. So, with space, is the door the only thing you can get through? Absolutely not. The roof tiles are a door. It's just you've got to take them off and you've got to go through the ceiling. So there are numerous ways to get into a house. That's why I said this series is going to be jam-packed, because I'm a master of this, one, that is breaching places, and two, there's just so many ways to enter a place, and you're learning them all here.